Hello everyone, Jeff here. Welcome back to some more Death Must Die. Today we're going to try out an Avon run with a very cool new interaction that I was introduced to by my friend Fluffy Juju. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description. He runs like crazy D100 builds. But we're going to be playing like normal Avon-ish stuff. Extra armor, we can upgrade to master offers, damage from armor, prime damage, we can block. This 10% more damage got a lot better because of the damage being global. Resist negative status effects is actually huge, and a worldly study is crazy because the shrines in Act 3 are insane, and most importantly, 12% luck. So we are technically running a strike build with an Act 2 sword. I think there's better stuff you can get. I have not gotten it. Hopefully, I have not gotten it. Hopefully, we'll find some more weapons for Avon this run. But what we're going to be doing is using hooks to trigger our strikes, because currently, for some reason, hooks, the new power from Crom, trigger strike effects. And that's pretty cool. I'll go over our gear in a second. We have to actually roll into this. We have 17 offers, so it should be fine. We do want strikes. Maybe Breath of Fire's fine. I think Summer's pretty decent. Basically, we need someone with a few strikes. Oh, I guess we only have one strike slot. I kind of forgot about that. Okay, well, what do we want to use as our single strike? I don't think we want it to be Breath of Fire. Although I am a flare enjoyer, so let's just click flare for now. We're not power focused, but you don't really have to be. So much damage is global. Like, we have 188. So I'm using Rock Sword. I'm using the Black Pearl. It's just default best unless I'm doing something other silly stuff. I'm using the Prayer in the Dark for master offers and heals. Maybe we can stumble into Inner Peace. That'd be neat. This Relic, because it's just like the best luck one I have. This Headpiece, because again, I have not found a lot of stuff, I think, for these guys. For the heavy armor set. And then besides that, just a bunch of luck items, which should be enough to get us through. The key is like just leveling up early. Nin, as wonderful as you are, as much as we want to climb those mountains, I do not believe we get to here. So I'm going to banish this. I'm going to keep Merciful Attack, but I'm going to see if we can roll into something better here. Also going to banish Divine Shield. I don't think I'm into that. We do have 2 summon slots. It's interesting to me. I feel like Avon should have 2 of each slot. If he's gonna have 2 summon slots. I don't know, maybe that's to me. We could take Sword of Justice. I don't think it's like that bad, but you know, we should really just take Merciful Attack. Let's be real here. Who am I kidding? Also, hold up. Yeah, we're on that now. I keep finishing these runs, and I have to discard like rare stuff by the end of it. All right, let's take armor here. We do scale our damage with armor, and that means if we get below 35%, we're getting a large amount of damage. You know what? This is going to be interesting. Let's take Breath of Fire. At Master, I'm not going to roll away from that. So now we just need to get Crom. So I don't know why this is happening, but Fluffy talked to the devs, and basically they said for now they're going to leave hooks the way they are and that they're triggering strikes. Now, why they're triggering strikes, I have no clue. Let's upgrade Flare. But because they are, and because of the way hooks seem to work and they hit a bunch of times, I imagine Breath of Fire should be really good. Now, on the other hand, I guess I didn't really need to go so luck heavy in this build, since I ended up on Breath of Fire, but that is kind of the nature of Death Must Die, huh? Every 20 seconds getting 60 armor for 10 seconds is kind of crazy. Although, I think as a rule, I take Cleansing now the first time I see that shrine, no matter what, because of the no healing debuff. It's a little too dangerous. I mean, look, I know I need Crom at some point, but if you're just going to keep giving me Flare and I'm already, like, flared up, like, I'm already lucked up, I'm not going to not take it. Like, look at this. I've got 90% chance to flare already. We just hit a few good shrines and like we're already good. Basically, flare will take care of the frog for us. So there's that. While we're trying to build up our long-term plan. I think burn is incidentally better too than it used to be, with it doing like percentage damage. Now maybe that's just because I've been running on D50 just to like enjoy the game more, not be like so pressed while I'm recording these videos. I'll mess around with higher darkness on my downtime, and then once I feel super comfortable, we'll move up. But for now, this feels right. Nope, she almost baited me into doing it. Let's just roll to Crom now. We got to do a summoning build here at some point. I think Adept is also fine. It's not like such a big deal that we need a higher level one. I will go ahead and get rid of Blades. And we do want to take the infusion for this. 100% take armor here. I don't like movement speed down. I think that's generally bad. So sometimes I think skipping the snail is probably worth it. However, when our damage scales with armor, and it scales at, let me tell you, 6% per 100. So that's gonna add up, and it's more than that, right? Because it's multiplicative with that effect, so it matters. I guess what we should do is next time there's a snail, we should check what our damage is prior to clicking the armor button, and then what it is after. That way we actually know what we're getting. I know I've gotten some comments about the math and how it's like kind of... It's not that it's confusing, it's just that when something says like plus 10 to this stat, and then you're like, oh, well, you just gained 11 life or 12 life instead of 10, that doesn't really make sense. It's just not represented well, I think is the problem. I just take 100 experience. I don't like losing pull area. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm gonna alterate here. So devotion to Crom is interesting. I think the problem is it just doesn't do anything. I think the problem is it doesn't do anything. Yeah, let's just upgrade grappling hooks. What is our grappling hook rate at? I gotta press the right button for that. 60% chance. Okay. Wait, does it have a cooldown now? Oh no, it has a cooldown. When did that happen? Is it always at a cooldown? I don't know. It always feels broken. Maybe it was just day one that didn't have a cooldown. I don't know. But anyways, if it goes off and it starts firing breath of fires, that's gonna be pretty sick. And if it doesn't, well, then ignore everything I said. But I did in fact see it proc. There's a screenshot out there of it procking black lightning, so maybe it'll proc lightning from our sword. I don't know. It has to actually trigger for it to happen, and honestly, there's not been a lot of hooks fired as of yet. But this is fine. Yeah, there's some really cool Avon gear that I've seen posted. I'm kind of jealous, but hopefully we can find like at least one unique from this run. I feel like I'm doing like 2 or 3 runs a day, not counting the ones I'm recording. Just like on Steam Deck or whatever, just like test random stuff. So I'm getting more uniques, but as we get them, we'll make builds for them. Like we got that power one, the power bow for Lorien in yesterday's video, which I think is really cool. I don't know that I have all the pieces to make it work the way I'd like to yet. I'm still taking Flare here. Flare early is going to be better. So this is pretty good, but I think we want this one, the luck. Because if we get like barraged, it will improve, you know, hooks and flare. I think flare not having a cooldown is like keeps it being strictly better than hooks. Now that hooks is fixed, because hooks was a problem day one. Like it was, I'm pretty sure it was the best skill in the game by a mile. I like power damage here, especially since we want both infusions. The flare infusion is crazy. Oh, look at that, a legend offer. I don't even, you know what? We haven't done, I have not had Day of Judgment in Act 3 yet, so let's just take it. You never know when you're gonna find some weirder interactions. Just damage. It's just damage here. Sometimes some builds want duration, you know, whatever. Okay, now we get luck again. It's gonna start scaling. Getting healing also isn't terrible. I'm like a few pieces of gear away from building like the healing build I want to with equilibrium as well, but I was a little bit short. Like I don't have a chest piece that gives percent heals that's tier 3 yet. So once I get all that together, there's some ideas I have. Protection, I don't know if this works yet. I'm gonna click it for science. Nope. Okay. So protection's still broken. The reason I said that is because there was a patch yesterday and I didn't remember seeing anything about it. And I think I asked in the Discord, but I didn't get an answer. I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, percent damage reduction seems to still be broken, unfortunately. Whatevs, it's on the list. Devs are in the process of fixing things. They just did like emergency patches, like getting rid of charmed enemies and everything. I don't believe you can currently get that achievement for getting the clone ability and then killing it, because that can't happen anymore, but I imagine they're going to throw that onto a shrine where the clone spawns and attacks you, if they're just getting rid of charm altogether permanently. It's definitely a feel bad mechanic, so if they got rid of it permanently, I wouldn't be mad. If they brought it back in a slightly different form, I wouldn't hate it, but it is super punishing. Normally I'm a retribution guy, but I don't think we get to do that here. We're kind of locked into getting both infusions. It's XP gain. It's XP gain and it's not exactly close. Hey, Mouse Enclave. We love the Mouse Enclaves. All right, bring it. You're dead. You're just gonna die. Thank you. Easy fight. Oh, you love to see it. You really do. So I guess the question is, how can you tell when the effects are going off from hooks? Maybe if I stop attacking? Can we see any lightning go off? I mean, flare might also be a problem here, as it's killing everything. We definitely don't need to attack, though. That's kind of neat. Huh. Maybe only certain abilities trigger it? Which is weird, because I would think that if hooks trigger black lightning, they should at the very least trigger the rock sword, right? Now, I understand them not like triggering Breath of Fire because of its interaction, like it has to attack 3 times or whatever. So I'm a little surprised. We get some movement speed, some damage. But given that's the case, now we're gonna want to take strike damage, or like not strike damage, but Breath of Fire level up. take power damage, I guess. And then... I do think this one is ridiculous. But we don't have the pull area to really get this one going. I'm just going to take luck. It happens in a quarter of the amount of XP to trigger it. It buffs almost our entire kit. So this is dead. It's a dead ability. I'll take Purification. I think it's just strong. I realize taking that, though, does lock out a power slot, which isn't great, but because... Take 8 luck. Because Hook seems to not be triggering our strikes right now like I had intended it to, that has me thinking that we have to audible. Lantern Tree. Let's take the heal one. We've hit the luck one twice. I also think there's an argument to be made to put on the jewel that increases your rate of finding rarer things. Do we take Adept here? I think we have 9 dice. We try and be a little greedy. We try. We try so hard. It didn't happen, but that's all right. Whatever. We had our Firestorm. Firestorm's a huge buff for everything prior to bosses. Now, we're kind of covered for, like, everything up to Lady of the Lake, I feel like. That's a lot of luck. That's a lot of luck. First strike to power damage? No. No, let's just take the XP. Okay, we're back to attacking. Okay, so our strikes are not hitting on hook hits, which I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed because I was expecting shenanigans. Not that we're not doing shenanigans. I think I'm gonna take Blood Swords. It applies Rupture. It's gonna be decent in boss fights. I also don't think I know what it does infused. I don't think that's come up yet. I love these. I love these houses. I'm still gonna take XP gain. We're at 10 minutes. That's like not irrelevant. Every 60 seconds gain 10 XP gain. Yeah, it's pretty solid. All right, Lady Justice, what you got for me? We could take the Sword of Justice. I wouldn't even be mad at it. You know what? It's fine. That's just fine. Give me the armor. Yeah, this is a weird thing we got going on right now. I don't think this is ideal at all. Although it does look like it's gonna hard clear this. We're too split right now between like 3 different things. That sword damage does go up a lot, huh? All right, we'll try it. Try new things. We gotta, for science. We gotta do it for science. That's just that's the whole part of it, right? We're also using Rock Sword. Like, you could probably rock this whole build with tier 2 equipment. Be a good starter, like, idea for Act 3 for sure. Sword again? Sure, why not? Why not? I think the most swords you can have, though, is 1, right? Yeah, so without increasing the cap, which is a stat now, swords, probably not that amazing. But if you get 2 swords, I could see that being really great. And if you get 3 swords, you could be Renona Zoa. What did I say? Renona Zoro. My gosh. That was a surprise tongue twister. I don't think I've ever tried to say Zoro's full name out loud. But here we are. It's not like the series has been around for, what, like 30 years or something? The grapple hook? No, I'm going to alterate and see if we can hit... Not that. Oh, I was going to say this, but I'm just going to take Master Serendipity. That's too good not to take. That puts Flare at 317%, which is dumb. 141, 35. Yeah, this didn't need to be on a tax one, for sure. Sword always comes out. Blood Sword's at 47, and our rock at 205. Oh my god. Okay, well. Luck Avon. Take some pie. Some more XP from that shrine. That shrine's kind of weird considering we're like all... That shrine's just weird in general, if I'm being honest. I find it very hard to find a consistent use case for that one. I'm sure there is, but not so obvious. Oh. What have we here? I'm gonna roll away. Pandemonium. This is the wrong one for sure, but Flare, Grappling Hook, and Firestorm upgrade are totally worth it. Gain high rarity item. This is the first time I found this one, I think. I'm gonna take locations have a 100% chance to be rarer to stack that with our already rare locations from our talent. Is that the best location? It might be. If you find that early, that seems ridiculous. Oh my god. So once we get below 35%, we are a monster. Free cast damage. Blood Sword's up. I mean, honestly, probably, like, the chance for them to activate is pretty high. I think I'll take banishes here. There's a lot of stuff I'd want to banish. Like Fortune. Even though Fortune's not bad. I want Serendipity, please. Cooldown reduction? It affects Day of Judgment. It affects Day of Judgment. You get 33% damage. Okay. Like, that doesn't seem too bad to me. There's a bookshelf. We already have all the books, of course. Firestorm up are now. We'll just... Actually, let's lock this one in. With 339. Let's lock in the percent damage at Master. I've always said there's some, like, serious value in locking in new abilities at Master, even if, you know, it's not insane. I'm gonna take the Blood Swords. Like, for real, 106 chance to spawn one when I attack now, maximum of 12 swords. That's really useful on bosses. Speaking of bosses, so I think they said they did a little bit with this guy's hitboxes. Oh yeah, look at those projectiles. They're not near as oppressive as they were before. Before you literally couldn't dodge them. Now they're like not even... They might have nerfed them too much, honestly. Yeah, this is not a boss killer. For sure. If we had taken like chains as our strike instead of breath of fire, I think we'd be doing so much better. That hitbox, I would say, is also like pretty generous. Warpack's gonna be nice at some point. One day I'm gonna take it. Banish this, banish this. Not gonna banish Celestial Wings. No. Big flare up. I was kind of hoping to roll into like a legend there, even though the odds are not particularly great. You know. Sparkle Lightning on level up. Fantastic. We love Sparkle Lightning. Give me not dash damage. That was the one damage type I... Well, I guess summon would have been bad too, and so would have cast. Yeah, we'll take Serendipity. We lost 15 life from that picnic. Unbelievable. I go armor. For sure. If that's the only shrine we found for the rest of the run, I'd be totally happy with it. Just take armor over and over and over. Healing from the Enclave. Blood Swords. Maybe I take a War Pact. I mean, Blood Swords should seem like they should be a decent bit of damage. You would think. I'm gonna take the life. I'm strictly thinking about Lady of the Lake right now. I don't think these enemies are going to keep up as long as I'm paying attention. As long as I'm following my heart, like Summer says, it should be fine. They're just denied again. Not super impressive. Kind of feel like we're past Celestial Wings here, but we can roll it. You're a little late to the party, Intensity, if I'm being honest. Alright, I'll upgrade Grappling Hook, sure. Sometimes it's just meant to be, right? I'm still trying to figure out why Black Lightning triggered off of a hook when nothing else seems like it will. What's going on there? That is a funky interaction. Armor? What are we at now? We're at 250? Okay. It's pretty good. It's not like super high armor, but it's not terrible. Players maxed out. It now has a 382% chance to trigger. 394% chance to trigger. Imagine if I had extra power projectiles equipped. Alright, I guess it's time to just take Blood Pack. Just suck it up. There's only so many more chances we're going to get for it. I'll take Celestial Wings too. It's fine. Royal Dagger. Honestly, at this point, you got to pick up everything because there's so many new like effects you could want from tier 3, like extra projectiles for each damage type. You know, just in general damage type weapons. So there is a lot to grab now. So the one problem I have with this like build that we're running currently, aside from it not working how I intended it to, is we don't really scale. Like if you look, our damage is still mostly the same. Now, our luck is at 557, which isn't terrible. It's not the highest I've seen. I will take this at 442. That's a little bit better because our cooldown doesn't matter. Oh, wait, our cooldown kind of matters. Grappling hook's slower, but we kind of threw grappling hook to the wayside. It honestly might be a case where Flare's just stealing all the grappling hook stuff. All right, let's take Warpack. We just need extra damage to bosses. That shrine is kind of sweet, to be honest. Like, move speed. It's not quite a dash, like a move speed shrine, but it's close. I guess we just go for the legend offers there and see. Roll? I realized these were my options. I was just seeing if we could get lucky. I'll take merciful attack, whatever. You might as well use up your dice, and you never know. You hit inner peace there, and you're like, kind of can't lose, I think. Whereas now, I feel like it's possible. Maybe unlikely, but possible. Attack speed? I wish I could see your stats in the screen. Sure. Our attack speed is 0.39. Yeah, 10% is pretty good there. See if we find any good gear, hopefully. Maybe some uniques. Maybe. For lucky. Wine bottle. 4 damage for 6 seconds. It's scaling, kind of. More attack speed. Okay. We go here. We get some more luck. Bashing duels. I don't even know what that is. Okay, hold up. We're very much full right now. So let's just drop the purple things. What is this? Blasting dual sword of lightning zaps. Minus 72% to enemy barriers. And it has a... Wow. That is a lot of zaps. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well. Also, I guess the damage is significantly higher than my rock sword, huh? Like 428 DPS. And the global damage. What if we put it on right now? Lightning zaps used to be really good on bosses. Like, significantly better than chain lightning. Because they... You know... They're like charge bolt from D2. It's just armor again. More heal. Does those stack? Yeah, 30% chance to heal 16 life. That is a lot every second. I mean, it doesn't always trigger, but that's still a huge number. I'm gonna take Breath of Fire up over the attack speed. I think it's gonna end up being more damage at the moment. Apply poison on hit. All right, let's go, Lady of the Lake. Oh man, I wish those projectiles. I said this before. I wish those would go away. I kind of want to get hit down under 35% and then start dodging. Or just not dodge. What if I just didn't dodge? What if we just ran up and attacked? Ow. Ow. It's like second phase Melania stuff there. So last time I was playing this like off recording and I killed her right in the bushes and she only dropped 2 items. So I'm going to try not to do that.
because I think she might drop less, or it might glitch out if it's off screen. So I'm gonna try and like kill her somewhat near the center. That move is BS. Yeah, not a good boss killer, and really, oh, we leveled. No uniques this whole run. All right, we're not using that relic ever, and these jewels probably aren't getting. Maybe this one's definitely not. So we get 2 items. So that's a second run in a row where the Lady of the Lake has dropped only 2 items, which I find very, very odd. I don't know if maybe they messed something up in the last hotfix or not, but I mean, that went pretty well. Flare doing flare things. Grappling hook was okay. Obviously, we kind of nerfed it. Blood Sword's caught up quick, though. Breath of Fire wasn't good. That was a bad choice. Lightning Zaps did a lot for putting it on super, super late. Yeah, if hooks isn't triggering strikes, and I'm kind of, like I said before, I'm kind of confused. There's a lot of gear here to go through. This +2 attack projectile count relic is super interesting. Pretty much solely because of this unique item for Lorien that we got before. This power player, because it converts attack count to power. So maybe we could do something with this. It's also got alterations, which is the one dice I will not give up. Like, if a relic doesn't have alterations, I'm really not interested. So maybe we could do something with that now. But anyways, yeah, this was fun. I think it could be better. Need more armor stuff. I had a better run, I think, when I put this thing on. I got less XP, obviously, but we had 300 armor. So we just weren't dying. And in that run, I was also using Turtle Island here, which gives us an extra chance to block. So that was like a full defense version. Leveled up a lot less, didn't get as much stuff, but and the boss fight took forever, but we also like couldn't get hurt, which is cool. But anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to do YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. Appreciate you all for watching. Let me know what character you want to see next in the comments, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Jeff out. Bye.